Hey everyone, welcome back to Tale of Two Sales. And today we have two very special properties. We're reviewing one sale that sat on the market for 137 days and still got way over asking, which was something we're going to review. That's something very interesting. And then we got another sale, a detached home in Orleans sold for less than 93% of asking price, which is crazy. And it was a detached home under 600,000. So let's get into it. Let's go review these two properties, see what one did right and what one learned. And as always, if you want to see more properties or review more properties with me, drop them in the comments below and I'll see you in the next one. Let's get to the video.
Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna get right into it and take a look at these two sales that I was talking about. So one that really stuck out to me, it was actually pretty crazy what I saw. It's 66 Glebe. So this property is on the market for 137 days at 2.35 million, and it was sold originally way back in 2021. What did it sell for in 2021? For literally five. It took it took 135 days last time. When was this? 2021. And it sold for 5K under asking, which is pretty crazy. Um, and then today, well, not today, but it was sold conditional escape clause within a month. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. So now that we go into it, so basically, let's go into it. So sold conditional escape clause. So that means somebody had to sell their house while they were buying this one. That didn't work out in October 29th. Uh, it took them 15 days and they went back on market. And then in February 2nd, they sold conditionally and then sold firm just a couple days ago. So what happened here? Obviously, the big thing here is we're going to be talking about location. Location. This is a prime location in the Glebe, 66 Glebe Avenue. The home is actually pretty nice itself. It's a 4 bedroom and 4 bathroom home. Look at that's a pretty nice kitchen. I know a lot of people are going to say how is this 2.4 million when the house is, from the 1900s. It's a 1906 home. It's obviously fully renovated, but here you're really paying for location. So let's look at where are we? So we are Glebe and O'Connor, Glebe and Bank. We're down the street from Lansdowne, basically. You're walking distance from Lansdowne, which is great. It's one of the best locations. If somebody was going to pay for this, it's a long-term buy, right? Like this is going to be a property that's going to appreciate once we get into Lansdowne 2.0 and all that stuff. Also, the depth is really good. It's at 137 feet deep and 33 feet wide lot. So let's see if we have some exterior pictures here. I mean, the property's been fully renovated throughout. Like, it's got some really nice, appealing things. And like, this is the park right near your house. It's got a little balcony. No, that's the washroom. Sorry, not a balcony. But really good windows. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people, were waiting for something like this to come back on the market, right? Um, 3,100 square feet. So that's pretty large. So 3,100 square feet in like the city core, which is pretty wild, right? Um, Anything else? Let's just see if there's any updates here. No, they don't have a list of any updates, but yeah, really well done. They obviously just timed the market. Like they didn't time the market. They obviously put it up on the market at a slower time period. They still got it sold conditionally with an escape clause within, what was that? Within a month of being on the market, and then they came back to market 15 days after that, which is pretty weird to me. I don't know why somebody would cancel their escape clause after 15 days of market, or they only had it for 2 weeks, and if they didn't sell for 2 weeks, then they would just wait. And then sold conditionally, and obviously they got 50K over asking, which is pretty intense for this price point and for being this long in the market. But look at the property tax too, $12,000, well, $13,000 almost pretty much, right? So that is one where location, it does factor quite a bit, but also too, you got to keep in mind that sometimes, for these price points, it's not going to sell overnight, but it eventually will sell. Like I've seen properties sit 200 days and still get their asking price, right? So, not to say that sitting on the market is a good thing or a bad thing, but it's more so the circumstance of your property. And here we can see, obviously, the location is a big one. They got over asking and obviously did really well. Now, let's go find a learner. So, what I did here was under 93% of asking price, which is more than a 7% discount. There's a couple, right? There's actually one big one here. They listed for 1.339 and sold for 1.21, which is a pretty big drop. It's triplex, triplex in West Centertown, so like Hintonburg area, Chinatown area. But still, like 40 days on market and they got way less, right? So that's an interesting one. I wonder if something happened during the inspection that needed to be addressed, like the house itself and the interior looks decent. Obviously renovated, but yeah. The one that I really wanted to talk about was this one. This one was a bit scary, right? So 286 Mceachern, 649 list price, sold for 584. This is a detached home in Orleans. 64 days on market, so it's two months on the market. It's not like it's fully renovated, but yeah, like is this a flip that yeah, no, it's an estate. Estate. Um yeah, they listed December 16th, so obviously not a great time to be on the market because, holidays are literally 1 week from this day. I mean, holidays are pretty much starting the week of when they listed. So are people really looking to buy and move around December, January? Not really. The market is a lot slower at that point, but still, for them to sell at 584, like this is the price of a, you know, of a townhome, right? Like here you have pretty massive lot. Like obviously the fencing needs repairs, but still, this is probably one of the best deals we'll see this year. 1984 built with enough renos throughout. Um, Upgrades include 2025 roof and shingles, HVAC, furnace, AC, hot water heater, vinyl flooring, paint entire house, full bathrooms, kitchen reno. Yeah, like it's been fully renovated. So that is a steal forever. The buyer is. It's not a huge property. Like it's 1,200 square feet upstairs plus the basement. I know I saw the. Uh, I saw the floor plan somewhere. I mean, it's not a huge house. It's the size of a townhouse, but you're getting a detached home with really low property tax at $3,600. Yeah, so 1,300 square feet. Uh, yeah, it's saying so. It's saying it's 1,300 square feet total. I think that's incorrect, honestly, unless the basement is really small. Utility room. Yeah, it's a smaller single, but 584 is a like still. I would wonder like let's say if you're comparing this, like wanting to buy this over a townhome, which one would you choose? I think more people are going to lean towards a single at that price, which is obviously a steal because there's some townhomes that are selling for 599, 600, 620, and stuff like that. And this is a single detached home. Yes, it probably needs a new fence in the backyard, right? Like you do have some gardening to do and some maintenance, but at 584, you got, you have a huge savings where you can put that aside and do it over the course of the next year or two, right? So, basement's partially finished. Obviously, they have the rec room and the utility area. Probably should be turned into some sort of bathroom area as well. But still, this is probably the best deal we'll see on the market in the next couple of months. The market is starting to heat up a bit, but yeah, overall, really, really good buy. I just want to see this one here. What happened here? Bantry. So 545, 1996 townhome sold for 500. Is it in rough shape? I know this area. Yeah, it's an older home. It is a little bit rough, but this is also a pretty big steal. 500,000 for a freehold detached townhome. And yeah, that's my phone. Sorry, guys. And I'm gonna wrap it up there. But those are the two sales that I thought were really interesting. Again, some really good deals out there. But then depending on location, we always talk about macro and micro markets. That's a huge difference right there. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one. If you want to see more of these, drop a comment and let me know which homes you want to talk about or neighborhoods. See you on the next one. Bye.